Coming up in this video, all about cryotherapy. Hey there, it's Kalymnios here from thethoughtgym.com, here helping you become your superhuman self. And in this video, I want to talk to you about cryotherapy. What is it? Why have I done it in the past? Why will I continue to do it in the future? Maybe why you should perhaps give it a go as well. So if you're into your health and wellness, then you might have heard of this thing called cryotherapy. Effectively what cryotherapy means, and cryo comes from the Greek word cold, means cold therapy. So cold therapy could technically be having cold showers, jumping in ice baths, which of course you may have seen like athletes do in the past. You may even do some of this stuff yourself. Cryotherapy, typically when we're looking at the word cryotherapy now, is about going into a chamber of sorts. That can be either up to your neck, or there are some full body chambers. I personally tried both out, and you're effectively in this chamber in just your underwear, and they bring the temperature down. I'm not sure exactly what the solution is. It's probably some sort of liquid nitrogen or something like that. And they bring the temperature down to, depends, but I've been down to about minus 133 degrees centigrade. Typically it's around that minus 130 degrees centigrade. Okay, so I'm about to step into this cryotherapy chamber, which apparently is going to cool me down to minus 130 degrees Celsius. Normally they do 3 minutes. Because it's my first time, I'm just going to do 2 minutes and see how I get on with it. Don't worry, you're only there for about 2 to 3 minutes, depending on how experienced you are. Maybe, I don't know if anyone goes beyond 3 minutes, but I've certainly only ever gone to 3 minutes, and it's actually not that bad, okay? I think it's a lot easier to do than jumping in a cold bath, a cold lake, or even taking a cold shower. Even though sometimes the cold showers that I take, I'm only in there for 30 seconds or a minute, for some reason, and it's probably because I paid for the experience, it's easier for me to go into a cryotherapy chamber and spend 3 minutes there. Your extremities are usually covered, things like your hands and your feet and your head are covered so they don't get like too cold, and you just focus on your breath and calming thoughts, and you spend a bit of time in there. Now, why? Okay, so I've just stepped out, we've just done 2 minutes, and I've got to say it wasn't too bad. You find like a little tingly, pins and needles, but you don't feel like you're going to die or anything like that. It's perfectly okay. And like I said, we only did just over 2 minutes because it was my first time. But I think going to 3 minutes would be more than easy. Already start to feel warm. Hopefully we'll see what it does to things like my knee, my elbow. I've got some injuries, my shoulder, and also my sleep, now that I'm tracking that a little bit better with the Oura Ring. Why do I want to do it? Why have I done it in the past? Primarily, it's really good, at least in my experience and my research, for inflammation. Especially if people have got things like arthritis, or if, like me, you do a lot of movement and exercise, or you've got injuries. It can really help, almost like shock the system into reducing that inflammation and boosting the immune system. And the other thing that I personally noticed through my few experiences with cryotherapy is that the sleep that I get that subsequent night is really amazing, way deep. And I do track my sleep objectively using an Oura Ring, which is on my finger there, and so it does tell me objectively how I sleep. And with all other things equal as far as they can be in this n=1 experiment, I find that my sleep is a lot deeper, and then what's called my readiness score the following day is always at its highest when I've done cryotherapy. Could be due to the fact that it's reducing the inflammation across my body and not just in the injury zones. So maybe there's a cryotherapy chamber near you. Maybe it's something worth giving a go. Maybe you can find a good deal on Groupon or something, and give it a go. See how you feel with doing that, especially if you're someone who suffers from like arthritis, or has got some sort of injury, or aches and pains, or maybe you just want a decent night's sleep. It could be a good experience to give a go. So check out cryotherapy. In my opinion, a lot easier than a cold shower or a cold bath, but obviously the cold bath and the cold shower is free effectively, and you can do it for yourself, but maybe cryotherapy once in a while would be a good thing. Certainly, I'll know that I've made it in life when I can afford to have my own cryotherapy chamber in the house, which I think people like maybe Tony Robbins has, But for now, I will just go as and when my budget allows me to use it. So what do you think? Have you tried cryotherapy before? Or maybe you do your own version of cryotherapy with cold showers and cold baths. Let me know how they are for you and how you get on with those. Please do remember to like and share this video with your friends and hit that subscribe button now. Until next time, stay strong, stay super. Bye-bye.